Hi there, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Ghost Prime, and today in this video I want to take a look at Generation 1 Blaster. Generation 1 Blaster was first released in 1984 under the Microchange line, and there was a couple different colors. There was a red one, but he didn't have the yellow chest, and then there was a blue one, which is sort of like Twincast. And he was a working AM radio, which would have been so cool to have in the Transformers line when he was released in 1985. Also, when he was released in 1985, he did not come with any cassettes because the cassettes didn't start coming out until 1986. So the only thing he had as an accessory was his Blaster's Blaster. But he was featured in season 2 of the cartoon and the movie. And in the movie, he just sort of disappears. He has a really cool scene with Soundwave and where their cassettes fight each other. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. But what was supposed to happen is he was supposed to actually lead a group of Autobots in a separate mission later in the movie, which was cut. There has been many reissues of this guy, and there's an upcoming one in January, I think it is, with a cartoon-colored version, which I will be getting. Let me know what you think about this guy in the comics. Do you like Blaster? And please remember to like and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get to the review.
Hey, look at this radio I found! Autobot intruder!
Here! Introducing Blaster. He looks like an innocent radio, but transformed, he's the powerful Autobot communicator.
Optimus Prime to Blaster! Watch out for Soundwave! It's Soundwave and Buzzsaw! Blaster and Prime will stop him!
The Transformers, each sold separately from Hasbro.
All right, and first let's take a look at the packaging. I love the box art. Very cool, very iconic look for Blaster there. Just cool box art. He does have his plastic insert. And here he says Autobot Blaster. You get the Hasbro logo. Now, this box has seen better days. It's pretty ripped up here. Maybe it was a present for someone. The box flap is loose. It's been bent backwards, it looks like. Here he is on the start, change, and they mistransformed his knees. It's a very common thing that we see on Blasters a lot. On the back, we have the 1985 scene here. This is very cool with red tracks. And of course, mine's a little bit messed up, but you do have this tech specs, which I'll zoom in here so you could go ahead and read that. All right, on the bottom, you get toy, both modes, Transformers logo, Autobot Blaster. And on the side as well. Let's open this up. And opening the box, I do have a bag here full of little goodies, as well as some instructions that have been, I bought this like this. They were curled up at the side there. But we have the reinforcements of Cybertron, which is the mail away. You got the Power Dashers, the Omnibots, and the Watch. And in case you haven't seen one of these in a while, those were the prices. Decoder and a 1985 catalog, which is very cool to have. And I maybe I got to put these in there flat because that's terrible that they're all curved like that. Because I think this is actually the original bag. Anyway, you also have the instructions. Now, this is just 1985. They stopped being in color here. And opening up the instructions, says everything for how to transform him into robot mode. And that includes closing up the knees, which is different than on the box. Pushing in the arms, out, thinking about the head. It shows what he comes with, which is very minimal. And this starts directly into getting him all transformed. One thing I did forget to show on the box was this cool Toys R Us sticker. $18.97. He was quite pricey in the 80s.
Expensive!
All right, now we move on to the bottom shelf. Now, he was packaged in alt mode, so that's what we're going to show up here. And here is his absolutely massive gun. It's just enormous.
Giggity.
Part of this was you could put the earphones in there, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And here is the bot himself. See all the stickers. Now, these were actual speakers, which is why there's holes there. This was changed. This was an on-off switch originally, and it had batteries in this side here. This is where you stick in the earphones right there. And the early models of Blaster actually have this storage place here, which I think stored the headphones. I don't know. I'm not sure because I don't have the microchange version, but this was phased out later on. This panel was phased out in later issues of Blaster. So this is an earlier one from 1985, but it's pretty basic. He's pretty cool. I like the way he looks. It's just another iconic look. The one thing that a lot of these problems, even once you get in the box from what I hear, is the cassette door jams. Mine is not broken. See if I can get that open. I can't push it down and get it open. There's a little mechanism in there that this pushes on that slides up against another one, and that sort of like gets stuck like this because it needs some lubricant or something to slide. So maybe I put some wax or something in there that won't corrode the plastic to fix that. He does have a play button, and I believe this is the stop button. Yeah, so you stop, pushes that back up. When you push this down, push it down. So I get it. There we go. Push that back up. So he is big, and for size comparison, here he is with Generation 1 Soundwave. So you can see there's quite a difference in size.
Size matters not.
All right, now there's another thing you could do with them if you so choose, and this was sort of a throwback on the Legacy version, or was it Kingdom? I don't remember. Maybe it was Kingdom, but you could actually take his gun. Now this is not official in any way, but you can take his gun and kind of be an antenna, or if you don't want that there at all, just kind of stick in the screw holes here. You just put it in the back like that, so it just kind of hides it away, so you don't have to lose the gun, even though it's quite large. So then transforming him is, again, really easy. And one of the things I always found really, really cool about it is this how you can carry it with the handle here, but you slide over the handle and it just comes apart. This is probably the coolest thing ever. This is just rad. I think that's awesome. You go ahead and do that, extend the legs on either side, and then you just tuck those away. They just snap right into a slot on the side of the legs. Oops, on the side of the legs there, and then you just put them down, collapse the knees, put the leg down, collapse the knee. No one needs them to be taller anyway. Plus, if you leave this out this way, you get this motion here, and it becomes less sturdy. I do want to note that the Walmart reissue, I believe, has incorrect instructions, which has you leave them out. So, I guess I could say either way is official.
But still, it bothers me.
Anyway, legs like this. Go ahead and take the feet. Move the feet down. He has little flat feet. And then the arms, move sideways because he's really big. Pull those out and push them in. Do that here. So out, twist, and then push in. And those are on metal rods. And you take the elbows and extend them on either side. And there's a little tab on either side for the fist to come out. This one is more difficult than the right one. I'm going to go ahead and grab those and pull that thing. And then twist. So we have it again. Pull the fist out and twist. And then we reveal the head, just like Soundwave. Pull up and turn it around. Now I'm going to go ahead and stand him up and adjust the camera. All right, there's Blaster in his robot mode. We go ahead and arm him up by putting his blaster gun in either hand. And he's huge. It's very, very huge. And let's just move up closer here. Look at that face sculpt. If I get my camera to actually focus, would be nice. So he has a really cool face sculpt that actually the cartoon is not at all like. The cartoon didn't adopt this, probably because it's really detailed, but the comics did. Moving around, you can see some sticker detail on his arms that show up. A very unfortunate place to put the rub sign. And some more stickers that became revealed by the feet. Around the back. There you go. Articulation is real simple. There's not a lot of articulation. You can move his head left and right, probably all the way around, and you could look up, and that's about it. Be careful. A lot of these little antennas, don't squeeze too hard here. Go ahead and grab them here just because you don't want to bend those or have any stress marks on them. And his arms can go all the way around, and his fists can turn at the wrist. His legs are pretty much stationary, and he could go out, and that's about it. Nothing more than that. There's not really much articulation. He's kind of a brick, but that's part of the fun. And when I said he's large, he is large. Here he is next to Soundwave. So he just towers over Soundwave. And here he is with Generation 1 Optimus Prime. Again, a massive robot. And with that, let's go over some final thoughts. So it comes down to it. Should you get a Generation 1 blaster? Well, for me, it's a resounding yes. I think you should get this one. I think you should get Twincast, and if you can afford it, the AM radio microchange version, which I don't have yet, and I do want to get eventually. They're pretty pricey. But he's a really cool figure. And then there's a new one coming out that's in cartoon colors. I will be getting that one. I dig Blaster, always have, but maybe a little biased since I did have him as a kid. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next review.